Oh man. We're streaming some episode 6 of Flight of the Valkyries. We'll see if it actually works. We've been having some issues, some add-on. What's the word? Add-on problems. We've had some add-ons that have caused some of my ships not to work right. You know, you leave the seating, come back, and the stage doesn't work anymore. Stage is inactive. So I'm trying to figure out what that is, which has kind of been a pain in the anus. And this time we're recording with instead of doing it through DxTory or even through Fraps, we're using a Elgato HD HD60, so it's recording at 60 frames a second, using HDMI out and a couple other tricks to get the sound to go through my computer. So we'll see if it works any better. I have no reason to suspect why this ship would work any better now. So we're gonna have a rescue mission to save Jebediah. Jebediah is all alone out there in space and nothing to do. We only have one pilot now, so we're gonna have to get another pilot as a backup, of course. Let's see, stupidity. You're the right kind of guy for you're the right guy for this. 225 science. What could we buy with a bunch of science? What could we buy with a bunch of science? Oh, we want to save up and buy this nuclear tank. Yeah. Advanced cardonium standard. Fusion drive. Nuclear reactor. Well, let's see. We did hire a recruit. Why we did. Surface house builders don't do that. Oh, hell yeah. Lander outpost on Duna can do that. Outpost is power antenna docking port can do that. Support facility at least 5 Kerbals can do that and maintain stability. Oh yeah, we can do that. Plant flag on Duna. That would mean there'd have to be Kerbals on the surface. We can do that. Plant flag in specific orbit occurring. Surface house put in the MUN can do that too. Oh, whoa, totally can do that. Also, a docking port, 9 Kerbals and a research lab with an outpost. Can do that. Scientific orbital research mission of the sun with the orbital research scanner. Vessel must be a new vessel. Enter orbit around the goal of the sun. Conduct orbital research. Time for 10 minutes 25 seconds. Have part type orbital research scanner complete. This is a good mission. I'm going to do that one too. Build a new orbital station around Ike. I can choose to do that in 7 years. Power antenna docking port. 10 Kerbals. Can do that one too. Well, it looks like first thing we need to do is get this rescue mission on route because El Kerbarelli is going to need it. Let's see. What do we have for rescue? We'll have to build something that's may or may not work properly to save our Kerbals. Oh, I have like $2 million, and it looks like I haven't unlocked everything, so I need to go back in and unlock what I need to unlock really quick from the science wing. $54,000 for all these parts. Docking port, that is important, and $129,000 for all these spaceplane parts. Yes, please. Oh, that's cool. Then we can actually probably build our first spaceplane. That'll be cool. I'm getting ready to sneeze, so hold on a second. And we're back. Hopefully I remember to edit that out, and if not, well, I'm sorry, but I did mute it, so you just heard a little bit of silence before I had to sneeze. Sneezy sneezergens. Okay. We need a rescue craft for one. We used Apollo 2 to get out there, I think. Right? I think it was because Apollo 2 is on the moon right now. Okay. And let's check out the debug while we're building too, because I want to make sure we're not running into any weird issues as we're building. Cannot find module type DangIt. What is that coming from? Let us see. DangIt. CrewFiles. Who knows? Okay. We really want, oh, come on. We really want, okay. There we go. Because this is going to be what controls it. Because we've got that one. So we're going to send this up. We're going to land it near Jebediah, and then get Jebediah home. It's going to be one day to build this thing, because most of it's normal, so I'm not too stressed out about that. It's just a little disappointing, though, that it's Bill, there's no way in hell you're flying this, buddy. We're going to rescue Jebediah. Jebediah needs us. Respect. Okay, let's go ahead and this is planning to get 800 totals, 3,000, 4,000, 500. Okay, so this should be plenty to get to the moon and back. If the stages don't fuck up, of course. If the stages fuck up, well, that's going to be a problem. We're going to have to land. We're also going to have to test. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. We're going to call it Apollo 2 Rescue Jeb. Build the vessel. Apollo 2 Rescue Jeb has been added to the Buildatron. Oh, that it has. Oh, that it has. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and see what we can do now. Let's... Okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up. We would like to warp to here. Take about a day. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold, so sorry if I'm, snooting in your ear and not trying to be gross. I apologize. It's not intentional, mate. Wow, that was terrible. And actually, I don't think this is episode 6. I think this is probably episode 7. So I'm going to have to do a better job of keeping notes on what I'm doing in my quote-unquote seasons. And I'm used to live streaming, so I just did air quotes with, you guys not even seeing my, my camera. So go me. Warp to complete. Vessel is rolling out. Okay. Prepare for Jebediah rescue mission. Well, we probably could have snuck more into this mission, but this will also be a test. If anything freaks out during this build, we'll know there's a problem we have to watch on. So I'm going to watch this while I roll it out. Launch the fighters. No, you're going to go up by yourself, and we're going to launch. Thank you. All by yourselves. We're going up. We're going to do it by ourselves like a big boy. I saw some red fly by. What was it? What was it? FMRS. Oh, that's the module I got from Scott Manley, his video talking about letting you do like time warping and stuff between things. Auto recover landed craft, auto cut off engines, throttle. I don't need that. I really don't need that this time, so go away. Okay. SAS on. Set to orbit with a MUN. Rocket prep in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. And our battery's charge is current. It's draining, but we have 2 hours worth of juice, which is good. 2 hours of juice. 2 hours of juice. About 18 seconds left in this stage. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Four, 3, 2, 1, and had some missions decoupling. We're at 11 kilometers apoapsis. We'll start our gravity turn slowly because we're using near again, so if we turn over too hard, we will flip out of control and die, and that would be expensive and it would make me sad. We recovered all our signs. Awesome. Ascent profile is looking great. Trying to tip over a little bit closer to 45 degrees. Oh, just hit orbital, 1,000 meters per second. Getting towards orbital velocity. We're about to make 100 kilometers of apoapsis. Cutting engines. Batteries are going to drain in 2 hours. We're going to hit apoapsis in 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and set up our maneuver node. Perfect. We're going to shoot for 100 and 100. Okay. Let's get ready up on the burn. Again, keep on the lookout for anything weird, you know, because that could be a sign of, you know, game afoot. Come on, pretty girl, stay in. Come on. It's a 51-second burn. Come on. Once we get into orbit, I'll leave and go back out and come back and see if that gives me anything better. Just to see if it eats the stage, you know. If that's the case, then I know there's something else going on. Okay, we have 1,100 meters per second, give or take, on our burn. We have 600 left in this stage, so we're going to have to go up to stage 3. Uno momento. Yes, I know this stage is coming. Let's cut it. Okay. And again, with this, I'm just watching for any errors just to see what's going on. 5 seconds left in this burn. Severing sage. Okay. 300 meters per second left to go. Burn, baby, burn, burn. Burn, baby, burn, burn. Burn, baby, burn, burn. Burn, baby, burn, burn, burn. We need to... We're way off on our... Can I leave and come back? If it's broken, I'll know. Null reference to object. Let's see, what was that from? Null reference to object. Let's go to the logs and see what that's from. Reopen. Revert file. Null reference to object. Null. Find previous. Did I miss it? No. Null reference exception. Derp. Null reference exception. Active texture management. Let's go ahead and jump to the bottom and see if we can search previous and see if we find anything. Jump to the bottom, find previous. Custom biomes is causing the issue. Could be custom biomes. But let's go ahead and jump back over to here and see what we get. If the stage is boned, then we know that it's something with custom biomes, and I think I can narrow it down to the module that's causing it from that point. And that, I mean, if this using the HC60 capture card, you'll see my desktop. So this could actually be a Kerbal Space Program debugging episode. You know, how do you debug things a little bit if there's issue? Because I didn't know any of that when I was there. It took me a while to learn myself. Okay, does the ship move? The ship is boned. Let's check to make sure we're moving. Okay, so ship is boned. Ship is boned. Okay, so we know it wasn't DangIt that was causing it to break, and we know it's something related to custom biomes. So from this point, let's consider this mission boned, as it were. Abandon the mission. We're going to lose some money, but you know, worst case, I'll cheat it back if I need to. But this is just, you know, we've got some sort of bug. We need to fix it, and that is important. So let us first thing quit out of the game. Click the main menu. Write down that it was custom biome related on a piece of paper, or you know, somewhere that you will remember it, because you don't want that's your key, you know, like to kind of debug all your problems is looking at what your modules are and, you know, walking through what do you do from there. So let's see, custom biome related. Let's see. So let's quit out of the game. And you can get this debug menu by hitting Alt F12. Alt F12, and it starts your own cheats. You go to debug and you just kind of look through it. And they do a pretty good job of showing like red is bad. Like you shouldn't get red. Yellow is kind of just like, for your information. And white is kind of just like, you won't really care about it unless it's your jam, you know. Really quick, yes. For your information, the Kerbal Space Program file location is, let's open up Explore. It's in Kerbal Space Program KSP data. You open the output log.txt, and you read it from there. So null reference exception. It's kind of a common catch-all error. Let's jump to the bottom again and see what we get. Spray create mesh, UI issues real shoot. So this could be real shoot related, but most likely not, because the first one's kind of, so the first one, like, let's go to the very first one. Go to the top of our log. Say find find the next. Active texture management. That can happen, but it's just a texture. It's most likely not going to break a ship, but it could, maybe. Next thing's mission control in orbit. We had an issue with mission controller in orbit. Goal on update. Could be a bug there. Could be could be mission control causing it. So we've got a couple candidates right now. Let's write down on a notepad too what the errors we had are. The first one was related to active texture. Second one is related to mission controller, which the error didn't happen before I had this, so that's a candidate as well. Custom biomes is the third one. And you can see here it says no reference exception. And then if you look at, that's normally what the module is that's causing the issue. And in case of it being a custom thing, you'll know. Like the ones before that we're saying like UI element, those are things that are built-ins to Unity, and most of the time those aren't going to break. It's mostly some of the stuff we add that breaks it. Another mission controller update. Another custom biome update. This one looks like it's, so here it's like these are sprite mesh, these are internal ones. UI list controller, those are Unity objects. Then it gets down to real shoot. So real shoot's one that potentially could be having a problem. Write that down. Active texture management again. Mission controller again. Custom biomes. Mission controller. Custom biome. If you notice the pattern, it's mission controller then custom biome. So they could be together. And let's real shoot again. Oh, and we've looped through. So we're back to the top of the list. So then let's go into what you use to manage your modules. I use CCAN, which is it's basically a play on CPAN. Like for Perl mods, it's Kerbal mods. Let us track down this a little bit and see what we can find. Install versions. Let's see. First suspect is mission controller potentially. So let's refresh and see if we have any updates first. Any updates for this? Let's see. Let's see. No updates. Okay. Mission controller. And I'm ordering by just latest installed. So let's see. Mission controller 2. Let's open that up in another window. Excuse me. I'm going to look at the mission controller 2 forum thread, see if there's any issues with reporting about the staging. Oh. Let's look for staging and see if there's any staging issues. And I'm wondering if it is the mission controller, because I know that there's stuff built in a mission controller that causes it to play interestingly with multiple ships. So let's see. So we're on mission controller, and then one of the features you can say relationships. It uses community research pack, EVA transfer. It doesn't depend on custom biomes at all. Let's see what custom biomes was installed with. Custom biome stock data. Let's see what its relationship is with. Provided by custom biome real solar system, RCS texture pack. Is that where we have it? Because we have the RCS custom pack installed. Supports. Let's go see. Let's see which one came with that. So when do we install this? Does it keep our install date? Homepage. No, it doesn't keep install date, but I know one of these. Orbital material science. There you go. We installed orbital material science, and it needs the custom biomes. Let's see. Orbital material science. Just so we can track it all down. And that's one of the nice features of CCAN. It shows you the things that are dependent on each other, which you might not otherwise know. And that's a fucking really cool feature. Sorry for swearing, but it's a cool feature. Orbital material science, metadata. Depends. Recommends. Suggests. Supports. I don't see anything in here about custom biomes. I might have clicked something. That's probably what I did. Custom. Oh, I'm looking at custom biome stock data because I'm a dingleberry. Derp. Depends on provided by custom biomes. Excuse me. Real solar system, RCS module manager, DDS loader, blah blah blah. Recommends, suggests, supports. Let's see what depends on. Let's just take a real quick gant through what we have and see which ones depend on custom biomes. So this doesn't, and just kind of keep your eyes on here over on this side. Well, I'll go through pretty quick. As you see here, like near depends on module manager. Like custom biomes. That was custom biomes depends on custom biomes. So it looks like whatever we had that was requiring custom biomes, we uninstalled. So let's go ahead and uninstall custom biomes. And let's make it easy, let's do custom. Let's remove it from here and remove it from here and go to changes and see what's going to remove. It's going to remove these two modules, which we don't need because we don't have custom biomes anymore. It's going to remove them. Boom, boom, boom. Very good. It's still updating. Removing things. Then that's gone. That takes care of one of the issues we're having. But I still think it's related to mission controller because I remember mission controller does stuff when you switch ships. And the problem only manifests itself when switching ships. So let's go ahead and unremove mission controller. Could break the saves, but we'll be able to see pretty quickly if there's a problem with it. Let's go back in and see if there's any relationships. It depends on CTI. So we don't need CTI anymore. Or CIT, I should say. We don't need this one or this one anymore. Let's remove those. And it also doesn't need the community resource pack. Do we have anything else in this community resource pack? Recommends, suggests, supports. Let's go ahead and remove these three modules real quick. And see. Could break things, but it could work pretty well. Let's go ahead and see. We'll have to build another rocket again and do the same thing. Get it into orbit, pop out and pop back in, and if it works, we know it was this mission manager. It's pretty simply how you kind of debug the issue when weird things happen. Just uninstall one mod at a time until you get it to work, basically. Let's go ahead and reopen Kerbal Space Aquarium again. Je ne sais quoi. That's French for help a brother out. Okay. Oh, hopefully we have good luck here. Okay, this is just a version checker telling me the memory usage is for an older version of KSP, and we used to at 31, we're down to 28 modules. Here's what we have left. And that reminds me, I should reinstall DangIt. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I should reinstall DangIt after I get this squared away. DangIt's one of my favorite mods. It's a random failure mod, and it's quite fun. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's a lot of fun when it's a piloted ship. When it's like a probe that has something that fails that causes it to like break irrevocably, that can be that can sting. I mean, I'll be honest, that can sting just a tad. Muy poquito. It's a hard one, but you know you can make it through it. Let's see what we got here. Game should be coming up, and we'll load back in. We'll actually load back in and see if the ship that we already have in orbit works again. If it works again, we're pretty clear that we know what the problem is. Turn debug menu on again. Of course, so we watch. Move over here. Start. Resume game. Resume our flight of the Valkyries game. Kadoka Smoker. Let's see. Which is the same too. If the problem was related to, see, it couldn't find module here, mission controller. So I wonder where that's coming from. Could not find module mission controller. That might be just active texture stuff right there, but we can fix that after once we're sure we figured it out. Let's see. On suborbital trajectory, let's see if we can get back to it and rescue this poor wayward ship. Oh, it's very important to save the ship. The ship is our friend. Okay, can we steer it? Load in. Nope, ship isn't. Well, watch this. You separate the stage, and instantly the ship becomes maneuverable again. So that's one of the weird things with this bug. But we should be able to see now. Go back to the Space Center, come back. If the module is boned, then we'll know it was related to, not related to the mission controller. At least we'll have a fair thought that it might not be related. Okay. Oop. To spaceport, or I mean radar center. Reload the stage. So the culprit could be real chutes. Did you hear that? Did you hear those chutes? It sounded like chutes deployed. So maybe the issue is real chutes. Maybe it's real chutes. You never know. Okay, let's I'll tab out of this and kill the game. I just want to take all the time to get rid of it. Okay, let's go back into KSP and look at real chutes, which is going to break. No, actually, it won't break the ships I have on there now because I don't have. I don't have. I don't think I have them set up with any. I don't think I have them set up with any of the real chute combo parachutes yet. So that is a +1 for using stock parts still. Then when you remove the mod, it works again. So. As another reload, let us see if that works. If it does work, we are very good. We are in a good place. We know all the answers to all the questions. Okay. Whew, my goodness. Let's go in here. Test something real quick. Whoa. That's my voice. Oh my goodness. And goodbye. Okay, we're down to 27 mods. Let's see what's the other 27 we have. I'm just kind of doing this to rinse and repeat, figure out the problem is. Once you figured it out, you start fresh. And I do have a quick save, which I should have a quick save where I can reload when that third stage is still there. Go back to Space Center, come back. If it doesn't work, deploy the stage, go to Space Center, come back. If that doesn't work, then we know it's still something else is broken somewhere. And we'll just rinse and repeat it until it works, We're going to bring up the debug menu again, like you guys already know by now. Let's see. Yeah, I really wanted to film an episode of Valkyries, but with these bugs, they're making it hard. So might as well try to help you guys figure out how to debug things. It's time consuming, but it's not rocket science. It's not like building a rocket to do it, that's for sure. It's a lot easier. Vessel IPVR1 was not loaded because it had the following parts: the RC cone. See, I did have one piece that had that cone, and now I'll never be able to load it again because it's got a bad part. But if the part is what broke everything, I don't want to load the damn thing anyway. So let's see. And you see it's no longer on this list now. Let me load the rescue Jeb. If it doesn't work, I'll load the quick save. And see, and if we don't hear the parachute noise, well, I heard it, so. I heard it, so I'm instantly suspect again. Okay, let's load the last quick save. Yes, IBVR was not loaded because it had bad breath, I understand. Oh, is it working now? Oh, no, it's doing the wobble of death. That's even better. Wow, that death wobble is... It ate itself. Wow, that was awesome. Destroying components immediately is not permitted during physics. Triggered animation called for on validation. You must destroy instead. Well, that was a bummer. Okay, let's reload that quick save one more time. One more again, folks. One more again. I'll stage. Okay. Turn off SAS. Turn off SAS. Let it wobble. Under acceleration. That's one of the interesting bugs. Okay. Stage. As you see, I have command authority. See my everything's moving. Okay. Now let's go to Space Center and come back in. And if it's still broken, we know there's still a module that's fucked up, causing issues and causing frustrations with us. Okay. Let us jump to the rescue Jeb and see what we can do to save it. Will she be there forever, or will she be destroyed in a fiery inferno of hell and Tarball Nation? Okay, let's see. Okay, still broken, so we know it's not that. For now, let's cut. I'll put this up as a kind of a start for everyone to kind of figure out how to debug things on your own. And I appreciate you guys hanging on and watching. And if it helps one person, then it's worth it. It's not a I didn't get the silver bullet, but the silver bullet's going to take a while to figure out, and I didn't want to subject you guys to that kind of intense boredom. So this is Biscuit, Flight of the Valkyries, which was aborted to try to help everyone get through this. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.